What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, back with another video. I want to talk about, as you can see in the title, Bitcoin. I know there's a lot of questions about Bitcoin. First of all, I want to say my disclaimers. Not a financial advisor. I'm not an expert on Bitcoin or investing. Whatever we talk about here, take it with a grain of salt. I just want to, and just so you know the purpose of this video, um, if you already familiar with Bitcoin, you probably don't want to watch this, so you can just click off. If this video is to give you a little overview of what Bitcoin actually is, because I keep hearing a lot of people like, what's Bitcoin, what's this, what's that, the controversies, this. I see Instagram posts with so much misinformation as far as financial investment illiteracy. Like, people are saying all types of stuff. The facts are the facts. So I just want to tell you what Bitcoin is and what the facts are. It is controversial because it's a digital currency. So let's start there. Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's not attached to the dollar. It's not anything. It's a digital currency that's being traded, and some people use it to buy things online. The thing with Bitcoin is, and there's a lot of cryptocurrencies these days. Cryptocurrency is a big thing, and I think it's going to continue to be a big thing. But Bitcoin in particular, it's not connected to the dollar. It's not regulated by the United States, which is why it's a big thing, because on both sides, I don't know me as well. But anyway, um, that's why it's a big thing, because it's not regulated by the United States. You can sell it and get a dollar amount for it. It's worth a certain dollar amount. But the reason it's exciting is because it's unregulated, and the reason it's controversial because it's good for people that's buying things. It could be illegally or something you don't want traced online. So people are trading, trading bitcoins for goods. And that's basically what it is. It's a digital currency. It's not physical. I see a lot of ads where they have like the actual physical coins. As far as I know, there are no physical bitcoins. Bitcoin is a term. Bit is a computer term. So coin and is money. So I'm assuming that's why it was named that when it was first, when the name was. With that said, um, it's controversial because it's unregulated. I know there's a lot of like high CEOs. I think older people really do not understand it because they're so used to the dollar. But the dollar is, I don't want to get into, the dollar and the worth of the dollar and how it's regulated by the United States. I did hear something that said that Bitcoin will go away and whoever's invested in it will be sorry. It may one day, but I think digital currencies, period, aren't going away anytime soon. So let's get back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically, in the digital world, it's basically a number. You own a number of this thing and you can sell this number for a certain price. Now, the facts are, when it came out, I'll take like 2013. 2013, I think Bitcoin was worth $25. So say you bought, and maybe I have the graphic up here of the math. You bought 1,000. Say you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2013 for $25. I'm assuming, I forget exactly what it was. It went up so quickly, and it was fluctuating. It's very volatile, very volatile. But let's keep to the. So the math is the math. Math is facts, like it. Period. So you bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2013, $1,000, which at $23 would get you. Let's do $25. So let me see. 4 times 10. So you have 40 Bitcoin. So I had to do the math. You know, I'm good at math, but round it off. You would have 40 Bitcoin if you bought $1,000, say. Now those 40 Bitcoin then were worth $25 a piece. Now, which it just went over $5,000 a piece, which is crazy. So say you bought $1,000 of Bitcoin in 2013, 2017, you do the math, 25 times 5,000. I mean, what's that? A couple 100,000? Well, I could do the math now. So yeah, you would math up here. My brain isn't working today. But yeah, so that is the simple math of the matter, and is why it's so exciting. Because Bitcoin right now is worth over $5,000 a piece, one Bitcoin. So if you have 20 of those, hey, it is what it is. So the growth is phenomenal in those years. Now they are predicting that it may go over $10,000 in 6 months, which would be insane. That's why I say get it now. Now as far as Bitcoins and how to get them and how to use them. I don't know all of that at this moment. I'm still researching. I've been researching, but I just couldn't wait any longer. So I used Coinbase, which is very well respected. Very and for some people like me, I can straight from my bank account, I can buy Bitcoin straight. Now I know I heard some horror stories about, and I'll leave a link to Coinbase in the description. And if if you buy over 100 through my link, you get $10. I get $10. So I mean, it's a win-win either way. If you buy, you buy $100 worth, you get an extra $10 worth. Yeah, Coinbase is very respected as far as purchasing. It's probably the easiest format I've found to purchase Bitcoin. I mean, it was easy, sign up, get your approvals. I got my approvals the same day from my bank account. And I've been buying ever since, buying away, trying to sink as much as I can into it. I don't have a whole Bitcoin yet because it's $5,000 for one. So, but I'm steady building, and every day I open the app and see, and it's two other currencies as well that you can buy through Coinbase. So if you want to start small, you got Litecoin there too. So that's like $50 right now, I think. So you can buy some of that. That might go up. Who knows? But like I said, I'm not offering any investment direction because I'm not an expert at all. I've got other investments. I have, physical investments as far as stock in well-known companies and things of that. One or two stock shares in this company over here, this company over here. Have S&P. I have long-term investments that aren't as volatile as Bitcoin is, but Bitcoin is just exciting because I do think it's going to be. I think it's going into a bubble. Have predicted that it's going into a bubble, but I don't think it's going to pop anytime soon. Like you can't, but there is. You could wake up tomorrow. You had 20 Bitcoin and you're holding on to it because you think it's going higher, which it probably is. I would say hold on to them, but it's a volatile. That market is volatile. So tomorrow it could be worth zero, and you held on to it. If you sold it yesterday, you got $200,000 in the bank. If you hold on to it till tomorrow, you might have zero in the bank. So that's where it's a gamble. Any investments are gambles, but they are calculated gambles. That's how I look at it. If I'm gonna, I say don't spend $100-$200 on the table or on a machine, on a slot machine. When 9 out of 10, I mean, I'm not mad at casinos. I do gamble sometimes, but this is like a better gamble to me. Like this, I feel good gambling with. if I lose it, hey, I lose it. I mean, I don't have, I don't have 30 Bitcoin either. So that once it gets up to there, it gets kind of dicey because you don't know. Do you sell it or do you wait and possibly be a millionaire when you sell it instead of being 100,000 there? So, I mean, it's all a gamble. It's a calculated gamble. But I tell everybody, do your research. Do all your research. Even me telling you to go to Coinbase. And yes, that's a referral link. Like I said, you get $10. I get $10. But to me, it's been the best site that I've used to learn, and just to buy, like just to hurry up and get in. Like I just want to get in. It's respected, and I just wanted to get in. But I tell you, don't just click that link because I'm telling you to. Do your research. You might find a different site. There's all types of places that's popping up all over. They're doing a whole bunch of different things. So, I mean, I would just say do your due diligence. Do your research. There's a lot of information. Don't get overwhelmed. Take one piece. This is your first step. I'm giving you some things to do. Just piece by piece, because I mean, you got blockchain, you got ICOs where it's a rabbit hole. Just know it's a rabbit hole, but there's a lot of money to be made in this rabbit hole. Now, if it's a sustainable rabbit hole, we'll see. A lot of people say no. A lot of people say they don't care. Is what it is. I do think the government will try to regulate it eventually because, the government, they don't like to be left out. So that's all I have for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, please, maybe. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'm not forcing you. And yeah, if you have any advice as well, like you might be way better at this than me, leave it in the comment section. If somebody asks a question that you know the answer to in the comment section, please answer it. I'm not the guru. I'm looking for advice just like everybody else. All right. Peace.
Hip hop, I feel, I gotta say, who am I, you might say, influence, and I spit better than most in this game.